Yo, cream of the crop has arrived. You know what time is it? It is Windy City Savage Live. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself, co-host.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know what time it is. It is me, the Pointer Man SG3. How y'all doing tonight?
And with that, let's start off the show. Monday Night Raw kicked off with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, coming inside the ring, cutting himself a little promo about, his upcoming retirement match against Gunther. But before he could get any further with his words, the cult of personality himself, CM Punk, came out and respectfully asked AJ Styles, "What the fuck are you thinking?" In that type of context.
Pretty much.
So they went back and forth, talked, cut a little promo here and there. But overall, AJ Styles was like, you know what, Punk, I think I could beat you. I think I could get another crack at that World Heavyweight title, and I think I could beat you for it. So it looked like they were going to set it up after the Rumble, but Punk said, you know what, we're already in Canada, and me being a fighting champ, why don't we just do it for the main event tonight?
That was how much it brought to him on heart.
Yeah, so it's crazy, though. We did get that match later on to the night, but honestly, the fact that we saw these two guys starting off Monday Night Raw, it was something that I would never think that would happen in so many years, because these guys have never really met in the ring, never really cut a promo. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we kicked this off, it really did surprise me. It went off in the right foot. I think overall I like this. I really like the unexpected, like I said, we didn't get the vision, we didn't get, the faces. We got something a little bit different. But then again, AJ's retirement match is coming about. So why not change the formula a little bit just for AJ himself? But I did like this. I thought it was good. Any other thoughts on this real quick, SG3?
I like to do it, honestly. I'm not going to lie, man. It kind of started me to tear up. I'm like, you bastards, we're not ready.
You tear up for everything, though.
I know, man. Yeah. I just like to see a paper fly and I just want to cry.
Alrighty. So look, put it this way. After that, we did get the segment. We did get a match, and that is Io, Rhea, and Stephanie versus the Judgment Day, and basically a tornado three-way tag. Mm-hmm. So the Judgment Day versus Rhea, Io, and Stephanie, it was a pretty good back and forth match. Mm-hmm. It was crazy towards the end, where Liv Morgan looked like, basically this. Roxanne Perez was holding on Rhea Ripley's other arm, while Liv Morgan was about to get a code breaker, but Rhea, with her phenomenal power, was able to hold both women, and Io did come with the save from the top rope. Mm-hmm. And then from that, it set up Roxanne Perez with the riptide.
Yep.
Goes for the pin, picks it up, and bam, the baby faces are on top, and Judgment Day once again crumbles tonight. It doesn't look good. I don't like the odds of the Judgment Day coming out of the Rumble at all.
Nah.
For the Royal Rumble. I think they're going to eventually cost each other. Basically, I think they're going to cost each other the Rumble somehow. One of them has to survive in that little scuffle. Out of all three, who do you pick? Liv, Roxanne, or Raquel?
Fighting on, she's a favorite, though. Liv Morgan is a favorite, so I'm going to actually go Liv.
I'm going to go with Roxanne. Least expected. The one that's really going to shine out of the bunch, I feel like, is Roxanne.
She's the future.
Yeah, she is the future of WWE. And then after that, we did get a little segment between Balor and CM Punk, where Balor's like, you know what? Not going to lie, that was like the best match of my career. And instead, I had to... Oh, shit.
Sorry, brother didn't have his microphone on. He's using mine. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Technical difficulties. Sounds better. Okay. So, put it this way. Balor and CM Punk eventually came out, and at that point, they cut a little segment, and during that segment, Balor said, I owe you one, Punk. You gave me the best match of my career. Mm-hmm. And CM Punk's like, you know what, Finn? If you ever want to get another crack at this title, maybe you have to leave Judgment Day. And kind of gave that little wink like, dude, it's time, man. It's time for you to move on. And Balor did kind of consider it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did like the segment. I thought it was really cool to see to tease a face turn between either uh, Finn Balor or maybe he stays with Judgment Day and just stays heel for the rest of the time being. What do you think of this, real quick?
Honestly, dude, I like that. No, I'm actually a Balor fan. So when he came out, I was like, dude, he's about to be faces and be awesome. I can see myself wearing the Balor Club shirt. Also, probably buy one. I'm not gonna deny. But I did like it, the fact that they are trying to push it and they kind of tease it. Fans were liking it, so it was a good little direction.
Yep. And on to the next event, brother. We got the Vision in the ring, all members, and the reason why is because Adam Pearce came out and reinstated Braun Breaker's lift up his suspension. He's now back on Raw and also back on the Rumble. And not only that, but Adam Pearce did announce that all members of the Vision are entering the Royal Rumble. I like those odds. For the Vision itself, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy to announce. And then basically at this point, Adam Pearce says, you know what? Theory, since you never really got to finish that match and you blame me for the brass knuckles, how about you go one-on-one with Rey Mysterio for tonight's Monday Night Raw? Out comes Rey. Then we have Theory versus Rey Mysterio on a match real quick where it was heavily interference from the Vision, which caused Penta and Dragon Lee to show up. Back and forth, but obviously numbers play a game in this factor. And the Vision stood strong. And not only that, but Theory did pick up the win. And afterwards, what a beating that these guys took. Rey, Dragon Lee, and Penta got their ass whooped badly. It was pretty bad. Overall, this was a decent match. Not the best. A lot of interference. What do you expect? It's the Vision. It was bound to happen.
A lot more heat right now, with everything going on. You gotta go on the heat.
So look,
I think we have it coming. I bet the Visionary returns at the Rumble.
The Visionary, you think?
Seth Rollins.
Really? That's a bold prediction there.
Super bold. Especially because I think he just come out today and say he's not ready for the Rumble. Like, he's not going to come out.
Well, we did get swerved before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could talk about predictions later on. That's a good start of a prediction for tonight, though.
Appreciate you, Nick.
We got Seth freaking Rollins might be able to come back by Royal Rumble. That would be crazy. But look, otherwise, we did get a little backstage segment between Raquel and Steph going at it. We did get also Raquel and Bayley interacting, which was kind of hilarious. Where Bayley like, "Will you shut up?" And when Bayley looked at it, he's like, "Adam Pearce's office is that way." I like though how the fact Lyra stepped in for her friend. Yeah, which is kind of nice to see. We also did get a little Roman Reigns declared himself in the Rumble. That's all we got. We got a little promo segment of him. Nah, I'm good right now. Look, regardless, I just don't like this just because I feel like you could at least cut a promo. You could at least did something in social media. Look, nah. I'm tired of this day and age social media crap. Look, don't just tweet it out. Cut a promo. Go online. Make a video saying I'm declaring myself into the Rumble. I'm tired of this. I'm just going to say it on social media, tweet it out, and let's just go.
It cranked me up.
Yeah, so regardless, yeah, I mean, so far we got Duke.
He didn't do it on social media. That's the thing. He didn't do it on social media.
So where he did it?
He literally did it on WWE. He just sent them an email like saying, "Here, guys, here's my promo. That's what I'm gonna drop. I'm in the Rumble."
So he didn't do it. That's the whole point.
Kind of did. He had some edited people.
Dude, like I was saying, I'd rather see him actually be there and actually enter himself. That's why this Rumble feels so lackluster. It just there's no chemistry. It does. That's the issue. It's because you have no build-up to it.
You and I were talking in the green room before the show, and I told you, I'm like, dude, I miss a surprise. I liked before when it was a 1 and 2, you knew who was in, and that was it. Like, you knew the first two people were. It was like, cool. This person, done. Remember back in the late 90s when you didn't know anybody? It was like whoever's in, and that's it.
Well, the issue is that this wouldn't have happened if you actually promoted the Rumble ahead of time and hyped it up. We haven't had that many commercials of the Rumbles. You notice that? And if it is, it's always the Saudi. What is it, Riyadh,
Saudi Arabia.
That's all we get. We notice we haven't gotten any special commercials, special promos, special posters out there. Even this whole Royal Rumble has been lackluster.
They spammed the hell out of it tonight, dude. Every single 2 seconds. Don't forget the Royal Rumble was this. I'm like, dude, now you had how much, like a month to bring this up. I get the fact that you're talking about Saturday night's main event because it was right in between. I get that. But you could have literally started still talking about it. And it's like, I feel like this Rumble was forgotten. That's what I feel.
I don't think it was forgotten. I also think there's so many segments to play a factor. I'm sure they didn't think that arena that they were building was going to be finished. It's already finished.
Mm-hmm. It is. It looks nice, by the way.
It does look nice.
Someone said with a good loud pop is gonna come tumbling down.
Well, if I find out this Saturday.
Yeah.
But regardless, there's a lot of factors, and I just feel like lately creative booking has just been awful. We're going to talk about that when we talk about our segment of Unreal review. I got a lot to talk about that. But it just feels like they're doing a bad job about this. Like, we're just literally days away, and now we're getting more segments finally about the Rumble. Who's going to enter all crammed up in one night?
That's what I'm saying, dude. They spammed the living hell out of it today, which they normally don't.
Because they had no build up to it. That's their own fault, once again.
I have 2 comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Why else was Adam so adamant about putting all 4 members of the Division in the Rumble? Adam has something cooking.
We're about to speak to that in a second.
Number 2, Roman couldn't even do it via satellite. He went via email instead.
Bullshit. Bullshit. So regardless, look, let's put it this way.
Funny.
Afterwards, Gunther did cut a promo, all right, with Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And Michael Cole's like, why now? Why put AJ throughout all this retirement stuff now? Why not, just face him one-on-one in a regular match? Gunther had this to say, look, I am sick and tired of all these part-timer legends coming out, enjoying their last ride in the sunset. I don't like that. I want to put all that into a rest. That's why I made John Cena tapped out like a little bitch, which was nice. And he did tell Michael Cole, how about you, Michael Cole? How long do you have left? And he's like, if it wasn't for me being here in this, seat right now, enjoying this conversation, I would have fucking made you tap out right now. It's kind of a little nice heel segment with Gunther. We'll talk about him later on tonight. Little nice segment. Afterwards, we did get a fatal 4-way going on for the tag team titles. It was the Alpha Academy, Los Americanos, New Day, and I forgot the other one's name.
They were on something else. I forgot. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, American Made. Sorry.
Made, yeah.
Yeah. So, at that point, we did had Alpha Academy pick up the win, which was kind of crazy to see. But hey, they're gonna face the tag team titles. Good for them.
Dude.
Yep.
He deserved, dude. Cesaro was balling his eyes out, dude. He was so happy.
Well, let's put it this way. Adam as well. Adam Pearce. We were talking about this. Adam Pearce was seen talking to the cell phone and saying, don't worry, I have everything under control. So the fact that he put all 4 members of the Vision in there and gave out that tease that said, I have everything under control, does make it a little bit suspicious that he has a plan. Maybe he has somebody turning on somebody. Maybe he bought someone out in the Vision. So we're going to talk about another segment later on tonight. Finn Balor, by the way, during that segment came out and told Pierce, I want to enter in the Rumble. Pierce was like, look, Finn, you just had your chance at the title. You failed. I have no room for you for the Rumble right now. I'm trying to give it to someone else that deserves it. And like, I'm sorry, Finn. And Finn angrily walked away and said, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to do something about it. And he walked away, stormed off angry. We'll come to find out later what he did that night. But afterwards, we did get a Raquel and Stephanie announcement that they're going to have a match next Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia in a Philadelphia street fight. That's going to be crazy. I don't know why this is not on the Rumble itself.
Sorry to pack a card.
Really? 4 fucking matches?
How long is the Rumble? The Rumble going to take you to at least about 2 hours each.
Yeah, you could cut some goddamn commercials. You don't need to have it's just 2 matches, 2 Rumbles, Where back in the day we had 7 matches in the fucking Rumble. And I get it. Yeah, you got to cut out a couple of matches. But we could at least have 3 to 4 matches and then 2 Rumbles. I think we did have that back in the day. But we have to add a ton of commercials now through every segment.
When you said back in the day, when?
20 was it 2018 when they first started the women's? What else we got? Comments.
We got a couple comments. Saudis built that stadium so quick, I bet that they could have built Rome faster than they did. Michael Cole rolled his eyes thinking, this man doesn't want to see 2011 heel Michael Cole. That's very true.
That's funny. That's funny.
Ryan Mickelson. Yeah, AJ Styles going to retire this year.
Actually, we're going to talk about his retirement because I don't think he's going to make it throughout the year. It looks like he's probably going to end his retirement at the Rumble itself because the fact that Styles and Nakamura had a match set up last minute on Saturday night's main event, his best rival, some may say, especially from his New Japan matches, all of a sudden have a one-on-one match makes it really seem that Styles is on his way out this Saturday. And the fact that we have never seen Punk and Styles face off in a match, and all of a sudden tonight, they open up a segment and they set up a main event. It's kind of scary, and it kind of does seem like AJ Styles is reaching towards the end. And the fact that we had some leak wording from Nakamura saying that he had a talk with AJ, thanking all this stuff. They're going way back to New Japan, and then all of a sudden towards the end, hey, is the Rumble your last, match of your career? And Styles says, yes, that'll be my final match. Now they could be swerving us, WWE, and they might be putting this in the next season of Unreal season 3, or in the summertime, whenever that comes out, or this might be legit. Who knows though? This is really hard to say. Personally, I don't want to see it end Saturday. I think it's dumb, and I think they could build up and make a little bit more money if they at least wait till WrestleMania. I don't think he's going through the end of the year. No. He's not. I don't think he wants a whole retirement tour, because I think at that point he realizes like that's kind of dumb. That let's just end it at a big show and that's it. One may say that he ends it at the Rumble, because that's where all it started 10 years ago, 2016. What a way to end it on your debut 10 years ago at a Rumble. I don't know about you, but that kind of is bittersweet in the end. We also got another comment.
I think this is my first time commenting. I don't think I've seen the name before. This is your first time. Thank you. Welcome to the show. We appreciate the comment. Thank you for the feedback. I have watched AJ Styles fight many times. He had the best. He is the best. I wish Styles luck on his retirement. Nick is actually responding to you. Maybe Styles will renew, and maybe WWE is making the IWC think he will retire at the Rumble.
See, that's the thing. People think it's a swerve. And by the way, I would like to have you guys, comment and tell me which is your best version of AJ Styles you would consider throughout his whole tenure in wrestling. Tell me the best version you guys think. Hell, you could even say WCW AJ Styles if you guys like. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Would it be a swerve? Could it be a swerve? It would be crazy, but it could work if they did it right. Or could this finally be AJ's last match?
So I don't know if you paid attention to Michael Cole when AJ was coming out. When AJ was coming out, Michael Cole kind of did it. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know if it's a swerve. I don't know if it's, just it slipped. Michael Cole said as he's coming out, this will be the last time we see AJ Styles on Raw. As he's coming out after Punk goes in.
I thought he said he could be.
No. He did not say could this. This literally, he said it after, but during at the beginning of the entrance as he's walking in, he's like, and this is the last time we're going to see him come in on Raw.
I might have to get someone else to fact check, because I swear I heard could this be.
It was like a little bit later on, but at the beginning, like towards the beginning of the performance, he really said this is his last time in Raw.
Well, someone in the chat,
please, if y'all can fact check me, it's cool.
Yeah, but that'd be crazy. Regardless, it'll be a crazy end. Let's read another comments.
AJ in New Japan Pro Wrestling was his best version yet.
Well, there was one before that.
No, that's the one I read. That Maybe Styles were renewing.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
All AJ in New Japan was his best version. I think, honestly, I would agree. It's hard to say because I like TNA's AJ
Yeah, I was gonna say
Styles,
TNA.
but New Japan did have the better matches, and it really cemented him as a popular wrestler overall in the world. Because TNA AJ Styles was popular, but New Japan took it to the next level. Him becoming the Bullet Club leader took it to a new level of AJ that we haven't seen before. And when he did appear in 2016, all that hype was around him. And that's why he did get that great crowd reaction that, to me, to this day, was one of the best Rumble surprises in history. I'm going to stick by that. The closest one from that would be John Cena's return. 2008, which was crazy in itself. But I would say AJ Styles basically tops off all of them. His matches with Roman in 2016 were great too. Yeah, it was actually. That's when. So put it this way: when he had those matches with Roman Reigns in 2016, they just wanted basically Roman to go over AJ. We all knew that.
Yeah.
But Vince, during those matches, Vince saw a lot of potential in AJ Styles. Well, obviously he didn't know who he was from back then. We all did. But Vince was like, I like this guy. I like how he wrestles. I like how he cuts promos. I want this guy in the main event scene. So those matches actually helped push AJ into the main event caliber during 2016, when he then went on, turned heel, and faced off John Cena.
Yeah.
Which we all remember those promos. Beat up John Cena and all those stuff with Luke Gallo and Ann Anderson when they formed the club. It was a great year for AJ, and those matches were phenomenal with Cena and AJ Styles. And who would have known two guys that were opposite from each other would basically attract
so well?
Yeah, and honestly, still one of the best matches of those two careers. I mean, AJ is debatable. You know, he had so many, it's debatable. Hell, New Japan's Nakamura versus AJ was really great matches. His matches with Kurt Angle, his matches with Samoa Joe. AJ just has so many in the belts for Cena. That's one of his top matches. There's just, I don't feel like anything tops off Cena's match between AJ Styles.
Dude, no, just think of those matches, dude. Honestly, those matches were great. Those matches they're memorable, dude, in every shape, way. It's like when you did the Cena retirement tour and the beginning of AJ retirement tour, it was you had to put them to face each other one last time.
Yeah,
it had to be done, and they still performed great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we also got another one. AJ versus Undertaker feud was great. It was. Now, we never got a match. We did get a whole cinematic match, but the way those two went about it was great, dude. Especially the ending where, you know, it looks like AJ Styles finally defeats Taker, so he thinks. And the way he just knows that someone's behind him. And he looks around like side to side and is like, fuck, he's behind me, isn't he? To this day, that whole cinematics match is probably one of the best matches next to Bray and John Cena. And obviously it was Taker's last match, which kind of tells you highly about AJ Styles, where Taker wanted him as his last opponent. Tells you how much he had respect for AJ Styles, a guy that he barely knew coming in. He only knew him, like 4 years at the time, but said, you know what? I want this to be the guy. Which tells you how much they value him in WWE, which is insane. Because if you would have told me back in, let's just say 2008, where Styles would have been a big main event contender in WWE, we kind of would have laughed. And we would not even see this at all, which is crazy. You know, been following AJ Styles since like 2005, so it's just crazy to think about that a guy with short hair, shorts, in great shape, great wrestler, didn't really have too much speaking roles during that time, would eventually be one of the top players in WWE years later. It really is phenomenal. Dream match that would never happen. Shawn versus Styles. Obviously there was two different eras. So if you look at it during that time, Styles was in TNA, but still was making a name for himself. I mean, he was popular, but he wasn't that popular yet. And Shawn was already winding down and obviously retired. What if scenarios, obviously. I mean, it's crazy. But let's continue on with the Raw review real quick. All right, so after that, we did get the Vision all in a room where Logan Paul was speaking and said, "Look, guys, now that we're all entering there, one of us has to go over. One of us has to win the Rumble for the group. Let's all vote." And Logan says, "I vote," and I thought he was going to say himself. I really thought he was going to say himself. "I vote for Braun." And they're all like, "Yeah, we vote for Braun, all in agreement." Now, does it look like maybe we have a Judas in the group? Do we trust Theory? Do we trust Logan? Do we even trust Bronson? Remember, who's the one that ended up really backstabbing Seth? It was Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman, instead of defending Seth, joined them. So he's at fault in default. So, and the way that Pierce did say, "I have everything under control," to me, it seems like they have a plot going on where they're eventually going to backstab Braun Breaker at some point.
Mm-hmm.
All the other members except for Paul Heyman, he might just end up being the odd man out. Yeah. He might just not ever know what's going on in the loop. Because he's always like that. He just doesn't know what's going on.
Either he knows or he doesn't know. Either he's completely in or completely out.
Yeah, so I don't know about you, SG3, but something's cooking and it ain't The Rock this year. What do you think? What's your thought on this?
I'm gonna be shocked, but when they first cut into the segment, you see like Logan, like literally sitting there, like sitting there, like I gotta think about something. I gotta think about like what to do, what to say. And you know what? Last week we talked about it, and I think that Logan did take like that Seth role. So I can see that where it's like now they're like, yeah, you know what? You're low key leader, and we're looking at you as that, which is too soon, but that's not the point of the conversation. Now, at this point though, dude, I do see like a turn at Rumble literally happening. I don't see Braun Breaker actually winning it this year.
Okay.
I don't see Braun Breaker winning it. I'm gonna just read two comments because they actually tied in with this whole segment. Logan Paul sounded hella untrustworthy. He didn't sound confident what he said, according to Nick.
Well, Logan Paul's always a hella sketchy guy.
Literally. And who is Heyman on the phone with?
Well, it ain't his mom and pop, that's for sure.
That's for sure. It ain't even his fiance. We know that for sure.
Yeah.
But I did like the segment. I like what they're doing right now in the division. You're starting to see some tensions. So either Braun's going to stay, Braun's going to leave, or all of them are going to get, and this could be, because they get eliminated, this could be the crack in that foundation, and one of them could be on the way out.
Well, you said either leave or stay. Don't you mean get his ass kicked out of the group? Yeah, I don't think he's leaving on his own.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get his ass kicked out of the group. Pretty much.
So I don't know. There's going to be something. I feel like this is so you remember weeks ago where Becky and Paul had a little segment, and Becky did mention to Paul, "I never trusted you. I never trusted you one bit. You're a weasel."
Mm-hmm.
And he did shame Paul Heyman, but he also said Seth never trusted you, and Seth knew you were going to backstab him. Seth was just surprised that it took you this long. So it sounded like Seth always had a plan B in case Paul was going to betray him, which he knew he was. But also, this is not Paul Heyman's fault. This was a Braun Breaker thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like earlier Nick did mention about Seth Rollins. I don't know if Seth is clear to return, but I feel like Seth does have his seeds already planted in the vision. And what if Pierce was on the phone with Seth Rollins?
That could be it.
It would just be a crazy swerve. And eventually, Logan Paul, Theory, and I don't know about Reed. Reed is the one guy. Does he turn back with Seth? Or is he still linked up with Braun and Paul Heyman? I don't know, because in the end of the day, Bronson really, really does need mic work. And it's really Paul Heyman he has to stick around with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a lot of things sketchy on this little segment in itself. I don't trust Logan Paul and I don't trust Theory. That's for sure. So those two guys are my odd man out. Um,
You know what it reminds me of?
what?
It reminds me of the Nation of Domination when they're about to betray The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that.
It kind of does, yeah. Man, this Rumble is going to be a little interesting with the Vision. I'll tell you that. This is the most interesting segment we got leading up to the Rumble, where I actually do want to watch it. I mean, I'm going to watch it. We're going to watch it.
Of course.
But it really got me invested because I want to see how they turn about this with the whole Vision angle. Or in the end, does they just do nothing? Like I kind of expect them not to do, follow up with it.
I expect them to. Here's what I expect them to do. And then here's the thing. Whoever's the weasel, let's put it, there's a weasel. I feel like they're probably going to get cheered.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they just take out one by one, it's like, oh, finally, like let's put it, Austin Theory is a weasel. Austin's been working for Seth. So then all of a sudden, it's like the fans are going to start cheering for him because he's taking out like the quote unquote dominant bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. Remember when Austin was taking out the Nation of Domination and Austin was over there fighting, it was like everyone was behind him and rallying him. So whoever decides to make that switch, if they're going to make this change, whoever decides to make that change on Saturday, you're going to get a real big pop.
Okay. I do agree with that. And we're going to see this Saturday. I'm excited. We do got a couple of comments.
So, but Rumble is every man for themselves. So will they take eliminations personally?
Look, there's a lot of egos. The only guy that doesn't really have too much of an ego is Theory. Mm-hmm. But Logan Paul is big-headed. Bronson Reed is hard-headed. Not hard-headed. Yeah, hard-headed. Mm-hmm. And then Braun Breaker's hot-headed. Mm-hmm. So when they get eliminated, they're going to take it personally and basically go crazy on each other, maybe. Argue with each other during the match. They're going to work together fine. But towards the end, if someone gets eliminated, they're going to blame each other. And that might be the crack and downfall of it.
So let me ask you a question. Do you see back like 1990, was it the 99 or was it the 98 Royal Rumble, where it was Farouk, Cactus Jack, The Rock, and Stone Cold left in the ring? Do you see that happening today with this Saturday with the Vision, with two members left? And you got two other ones that, basically like two good guys for the two bad guys.
What would be the two members of the Vision then? Braun, obviously, and Logan, or Theory?
I was going to say maybe Theory. And let's put it, if the Weasel is Theory, I can see Theory being the final four.
I don't. The reason why is too obvious. I really do think Logan Paul is the guy. I think Logan Paul is the guy that turns on Braun and was working with Seth the whole time. We didn't see it. I think Theory is the guy that we expected to be. Logan is the mastermind that set this whole up for Seth Rollins. But who knows? Maybe he sets himself up for himself. And he breaks away and starts his own faction with Theory, and maybe it's someone else that comes in. But we do get a surprise from the outside that doesn't enter, but interferes in the match itself. What else we got?
I got 3 new comments. You got to move past the tribal thief gimmick. Sorry,
for Bronson, thief. Yes.
Get a new T-shirt.
Get a new T-shirt on top of that.
Do you think Lesnar helps the Vision?
No, not at all. We'll talk about Lesnar too and his involvement in the Rumble in a bit.
We actually forgot to find a 4 prediction already. Braun, Theory, Seth, Roman, final 4.
Okay, well, think about that. I don't know about Seth. I really don't think he's cleared, but
I see you probably with 2 out of the 4, Nick. I would be straight up honest with you, brother.
I don't know about Theory either. So, yeah, I'm agreed. 2 out of the 4, Braun and Roman. But, hey, Nick might be right. So, I mean,
it's all 4, dude. I was actually thinking about it this past night. I forgot one match I was watching. I was like, man, freaking Nick. He actually hit it right on the head. So, hey, it could happen. He hit the nail right on the head.
But we did close off Raw with Punk and AJ Styles having a pretty good match. I want to say it was the best match I've seen on Raw. It was a decent match. I just think that this match was supposed to just basically be a filter for, basically for Saturday. So it's just supposed to be there, gets fans excited. But obviously it didn't have an ending because we did have Finn Balor interrupting the match and attacking CM Punk and hitting him 2.
I thought it was 3.
Or 3, I don't know. Hit him so many coup de grace that basically took out CM Punk we never got a decisive finish, and it looks like somewhere along the lines, Finn is somewhere in the Rumble in itself. He's gonna take out. I feel like he's gonna take out somebody during the Rumble and get his spot. I don't think he's just not gonna appear, or if he doesn't, I feel like him and Punk might have a little match at Chamber.
Or Finn can even win Chamber.
Could be. Who knows?
I mean, dude, this has so far been the year of surprises so far. If you think about it, who the hell would have figured out Alpha Academy out of everybody would have won that Fatal 4-Way today?
Yeah, but that's another filter match. The reason why they won is so that way, basically the Usos have someone easy to go over with and not lose credibility, unfortunately. Because we don't want to see the New Day. We saw that a bunch of times.
I made it 3 times.
Yeah, and everybody else doesn't really sell Los Americanos, maybe. I'm surprised they didn't go with them.
Dude, I mean, I was surprised when I started seeing like Akira Tozawa actually like kicking ass, taking names. I'm like, dude, wait, are they actually getting pushed over?
Nah.
That's awesome. I mean, for this match, for them to actually get it. I was like, dude, it's awesome. We just saw Saturday Sami Zayn get pushed over as well.
Well, let's talk about that. Saturday night's main event did happen Saturday, obviously.
That's right.
I looked into it, not with high expectations, but overall, it was a pretty good Saturday night's main event. Better than the last couple of ones that we had.
Yes.
Way better. We did get Nakamura and AJ Styles, which was a pretty good match.
That was a last minute thing.
Pretty good match. Guys have great chemistry. Not their best in their series, but a really good one. I give this overall a B plus.
Yeah.
Thought it was good. Obviously, AJ Styles picked up the win, which was really good to happen. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think it was great, dude. Honestly, me and my girlfriend were watching it, and just from like the moment Cody and Fatu's happened, what was like that started off with a banger. That started off with something unexpected. That was one.
We never even got the conclusion of that. It just went to no contest thanks to Drew McIntyre interfering. Then after that we did get
the tag team titles.
Yeah, which was predictable,
which
wasn't a bad match. It was a decent match. Then afterwards, we did get Styles and Nakamura, and then we did get the ending to that Fatal 4-Way that Sami Zayn did win.
Yeah, and the way he won too. That was impressive. And after the Razor's Edge, because a lot of people like even when they get hit by a Damon Priest with their Razor's Edge, it definitely does like do a lot more damage. He wasn't expecting like Sami to actually win.
But I mean, but the way they've been burying Damian Priest, that move really had any leverage these days. I mean, we all knew who was going to take the pinfall. It was going to be Damian Priest. We didn't know who exactly was going to win. We did have predictions of Sami Zayn, but Damian Priest was going to take the pin, and he did take the pin. Regardless, do you think this was the best move? Do you think Sami Zayn should face off Drew at the Rumble? What do you think that overall match set up for the Rumble itself?
I feel like right now it's setting up a storyline for Sami Zayn. And we did talk about it a lot last year. This could be the year of Sami. This can be the year of Sami. We talked about maybe he's not going to win because of Drew winning the belt. Could be changing. This kind of could be like a little taste of the water. Like, let's see what they do. If they like it, Sami, you're going to go over Rumble. Sami, you're going to go round 2. I can see it happening.
I don't see it happening this year, though. So let's put it this way. Let's overall give Saturday night's main event a B plus. In itself, I think it's one of the best Saturday night's main event in quite a while, so I'll give it a B plus. And from that, let's go on to the Royal Rumble's predictions. All right. Yeah.
So actually, you didn't let me grade, but I'm gonna grade it myself. B plus.
Okay.
A low B plus.
All right.
So not a high B plus, but like a low B. High B, low B plus.
I can see that.
But still, it was really good. And I mean, honestly, we talked about them having boring style kind of match because it wasn't a banger after banger. They're starting to pick up the banger after banger after banger. And mind you, yes, unfortunately, women's match, I feel like there was a couple of miscues.
I think they lacked.
That's what I'm saying. They were lacked. But it really picked up at the end. The last 2 matches really picked up a lot, especially the Nakamura versus AJ. It really set you like to have the next expectation. So I'm glad that they went where they went. It was really, really good. Let's go back with this. I thought the Saturday main event was the greatest Saturday main event show since they brought the concept back to television. Okay. Ryan, hey, what's up, brother? What's up, boys?
What's up?
Nick, here's a prediction. Sammy loses against Drew and enters the Rumble and wins the Rumble. And literally what I just kind of just said. Last but not least, Ryan. It feels like it's always Sammy season whenever we go to Saudi. I personally want someone different.
He's not wrong. It's always like they're trying to push Sammy to the top at that point. And I agree as well. We do want to see someone different. The issue is, who can we put? We're predictions right now. We could basically go. No, God, no. I do not want to see fucking Roman Reigns win it either. It's fucking horrible. Look, that's predictability. I'm sick and tired of it. There's nothing new to it. It's not like the Rumbles before where we had someone new actually winning it. We didn't have repeats. We didn't have predictability.
What year are you talking about? In the late 90s, Austin won how many times?
But it was the fans' favorite, though. We never booed it. Not like, okay, when Cody announced him entering and trying to win the Rumble, did not the fans turn on him? Did he not get booed? Are we happy to see that happening? Do we want to see Cody and Roman again at Mania for the title? I really don't. It's predictability that's getting stale here. I want to see something new. I want to see someone out of the ordinary win it.
You're not the only one. I do too. But yet we can't go back into the 90s and say we had unpredictability. Because I'm like, really? How many times in the late 90s, early 2000s did we not have
twice
back to back?
Wasn't Austin the right man for the right time? Was he not selling more merch than these guys? Is he not still selling merch? There's a difference.
97.
Well, 97, he wasn't even popular then.
But he still won it?
97, he was picking up. He was selling a lot of merch during 97, actually.
That's when he had the match with Breath of My Heart.
Yeah, he was selling merch. He was going over. That was his coming out moment. So regardless, it was the right time, the right person. But you're going to tell me that Roman Reigns, that doesn't come about at all on TV, where Austin at least was showing up week by week and wrestling. Yes, exactly. So why is Roman Reigns supposed to be the guy to win it then?
What was Brock in 2022?
The Rock?
No, Brock.
I didn't agree with that.
Neither did I, but again.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is that the predictability of part-timers winning it? Why are we making like, oh yeah, we got to have them win it? It doesn't make any sense. I'd rather have a guy who's there every week. Hell, if Sami Zayn win it, I'd rather have him win it than Roman Reigns win it. My choice in a way. But
has Roman ever won?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he won once.
So that's my point. Is I'd rather have Sammy, but I don't want to have Sammy. I want to have someone new. So we'll talk about this right now. Couple comments before we get into the predictions, real quick.
The part-timer Roman pissed me off announcing on the picture on the screen, couldn't even come to an arena and tell us.
That's what I'm saying. Is that there's no promo. He doesn't come out. There's no promos. He's not cutting a fucking video on Twitter. He's just sending a fucking email and a tweet out there. I'm entering. The stupidest shit.
That's how much aura that man has, man.
You just got no aura. Why can't he show up to work, for God's sakes? It's just dumb. What else we got?
So we got another one. Okay. How about a repeat by Maiden Jay? What's up?
Nah, hell no. I predict men's winner.
Baker, and I think he eliminates all of the Vision members. I think Oba Femi #1 entry. Sorry, Ryan, you're actually incorrect on that one. Cody Rhodes is the #1.
Where was he #1? He never announced that.
Yes, he did.
Where?
He announced it on SmackDown when he announced his entry. He said, I'm coming in as #1.
I never heard of that. No one's ever said that.
He did, dude. Cody did say. Cody was like, I'm coming in as #1.
Someone fact check that, because I have never seen
I could literally pull up the clip right now.
Yeah, we'll have them fact check this. All right, what else?
If I were booking this match, I'd have LA Knight return and win it and challenge for the world title at Mania and win that bitch. I predict the Women's Royal Rumble to be Io Sky and have Rhea get jealous and want to get the match with Io at Mania.
Okay, we can see that.
I thought he was the first to announce. Bro, can you imagine Cody entrant #1 and Roman entrant #2? LOL.
Nah, it'll just be boring. All right, let's put it this way. Let's talk about this even more. Let's predict some of these matches right now. Let's go with the matches first. All righty. First match, we do have AJ Styles. Well, actually, let's go in order. So this is our predictions of ordering of the Rumble. Do we kick off with Styles versus Gunther?
No.
What else do we have though? We don't have that many matches.
Women's Royal Rumble is going to be the first one.
I don't know. It doesn't make
Saudi
any sense.
Arabia.
Yeah, all right, go back. So put it this way. Let's go with the women's rumble. We have some entrants in there, right? Go down. All the way down. So let's put it this way. We got the announcement so far. We have Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bailey, Lyra, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, which I hope she doesn't win again, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Gulia, Maxine Dupree, and Becky Lynch did announce on Raw that she is entering the Rumble. Alrighty. So, out of all those people, which one is you guys' favorite? Okay, actually, let's put it this way. Who is the surprise entrance for this Rumble? You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
AJ Lee. We haven't seen AJ Lee in quite a while since the whole Becky and Seth feud. I think she's going to surprise everybody and show up at Saudi entering the Rumble.
I can see it.
All right. What about you guys? What's another surprise entrance that you guys have?
Dang.
All right. I'm going to tell you another one.
I'm going to go with one, and just for the hell of it, just because she's a legend. And really, you know what? Actually, unannounced, but I feel like she's going to appear. Nikita Lyons.
I think she is, but I don't think that's surprising. I don't think everybody's going to lose her.
I feel like a lot of people are going to lose her. But if another one, I would say Trish Stratus.
Trish is always going to be a given. I'm going to say this. Sol Ruka is going to go in, and she's going to be the one that everybody talks about that night.
Who's the chick that hurt herself?
The women?
Yeah, no, the girl that she messed with drop kick. What's her name again? It's on the top of my head. Someone help me out.
She got released, by the way. I know what you're talking about. She got released by WWE.
Really? No, the last time I heard, she was in recovery waiting to come back into the ring.
Oh, yeah, but that was going to be a long recovery.
She's already doing like a lot of physical therapy and stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's ready, though.
You never know. You know how WWE likes to push him back right in for a quick little match?
Yeah, but I don't think at the Rumble to waste a spot. She wasn't a big-time star. I know what you're talking about. So put it this way. Sol Ruka's going to come in, steal the spotlight, do her crazy stuff, and I think she's going to really put a dent in the women's roster saying, I'm ready to be the main event caliber player. Who else? Nikki Bella obviously going to be in there, but as well as Brie Bella.
Brie?
Yes. I'm going to say Brie finally makes a return and enters the Rumble in itself as well. Michelle McCool, maybe. Who else? Anybody else, guys? All right, so let's read some of the comments.
All right, cool, here we go. Well, Ryan agrees with me. Women's Rumble will kick off for my prediction. Unannounced entrance. Nikki Bella and Michelle McCool by Nick. Do they do therapy sessions in Saudi sessions in Saudi for women, though? Maybe AJ won't show there for solidarity to women's rights.
Good. That's actually a good point. That's crazy, actually. I didn't think about that. I feel like the way that Punk kind of brushed off the Saudi incident and how he kind of just makes business with the Saudis, I think probably going to convince AJ to just do it anyways. We already know they're going to be dressed up from head to toe, looking like Power Rangers in the ring. I don't know. That's a pretty good point you made there, Nick. Ryan. What do you think about that real quick?
I actually do probably agree with Ryan, so I don't think that maybe AJ is going to show up.
I'm going to just say she is just because, we need some big surprises, and I feel like they're really going to try to convince her to show up regardless. So I'm going to say yes, but who knows? But if she signed a contract, she does have some obligations. Mm-hmm. So I do think she will show up. That's the one thing. We do have Jada Parker, which I could see. That could be another surprise. Jada Parker and herself. Thea Hale. Oh, speaking of Thea Hale, Blake Monroe. I think it's about time she gets called up to the main roster so I could see her appearing at the Rumble itself. You think the Saudis will accept a character like AJ Lee or Kid Wilson at Ryan Milky? Kid Wilson, I don't think so. AJ Lee,
Only because she's Punk's wife. Yes.
Yeah, and AJ Lee's a big name, but Kit Wilson, I mean,
the way he dresses and everything.
nah, I don't think so. I don't think Kit Wilson's going to be in the Rumble at all. I'll be surprised if he is. So Ryan does comment no at Nick, and then we do got one from Ryan that says unfortunately not. Nick says Layla. I don't think so. Layla has not been seen in WWE ring for quite a while.
And so last time she came from Rumble once, and that was it.
Yeah, that was a while back. One other one from Ryan. What about Stephanie McMahon? It's her Hall of Fame induction. Could it be fun? One could hope, but I don't think so. I think she's just too old to step back in the ring. I mean, maybe she's in great shape, but I doubt it though. Tiffany Stratton. I mean, that's a given if she's gonna enter. Yeah. How about Kong? You mean Awesome Kong?
I was just about to say Awesome Kong. When's the last time she's been wrestling?
She's retired.
I was just like ever since she had the baby, she hasn't wrestled, right?
No, she announced retirement 2 years ago, I think it was, or last year, I think. I think Awesome Kong is retired from wrestling completely, so I don't think she's ever going to come back. Gail Kim was asked to come back to WWE.
She's not coming back
for a trainer, even if she doesn't want to come back. So I don't see that happening, but never say never. All right, so let's talk about this. We talked about a little bit surprises. I think Sol Ruka does the crazy spots in the Rumble in itself. Britt Breaker.
Oh,
nah, I don't think so.
I don't think she's gonna come in, but I mean that name will probably be announced a couple times or probably dropped.
Well, I think she's still under contract with AEW.
I think so too.
So let's talk about the winners. Who do you guys have winning the Rumble this year?
Liv Morgan. Confidently Liv Morgan.
All right. What about you guys in the chat?
What do you have?
Someone put Ronda.
No, she is not.
She's blacklisted.
She's blacklisted, and she's definitely not coming back.
Ryan,
the reason why she comes back is because she just wants to make a good little fat paycheck from WWE.
So Ryan says Io Sky.
Confidently, okay.
I'm gonna say Bianca Belair. Bingo.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pick Bianca. I was gonna say that right now. Bianca makes her surprise return from her finger injury, and she wins the Rumble. Because to me, it makes more sense. Because we do have Jade Cargill as champion, them being good friends, but Jade Cargill being the heel now sets up a better storyline for Bianca returning, winning the Rumble, Jade celebrating with her. But once it comes down to picking who she wants to face between Monday Night Raw champion and SmackDown, she might just go against her friend, and this turns out to be a better storyline in the end of the day. So I'm gonna go with Bianca, and that's a confidence pick. So we got one for you, which would be Liv Morgan. We got a Io Sky, and we got two Biancas. Pretty good to me. What else we got as a comment?
Wyatt comes in. Hey, Wyatt, thank you for commenting. We appreciate you commenting last week. Thank you for coming back. Hey, guys, I'm going with Liv Morgan. Two for Liv Morgan. Let's go.
2 for 2.
They want to do Bianca versus Jade so bad. What's up, Wyatt? Great to see you here. I wouldn't be angry with Bianca. Okay. We hope their match is not a shit show. Jade need to work the ropes more. Needs to work the ropes more. Sorry.
But the thing is with Jade is that she's been working the ropes for quite a while. Some people have it and some people don't. She looks phenomenal. I'm not saying she's a bad wrestler, but she can't be doing all those high spots, all those crazy movesets. She just has to work that strong style, like the strong women, like that China role.
It's because I don't know. Fact check me here on this, please. Y'all can go ahead and fact check me on my own care. I feel like China's taller than Hello, right? By like a smidgen. Not much taller, but a little taller. And just like a little bit more wider. Don't get me wrong. Jade is more like lean in regards to the muscle.
But where are we going with this?
But my thing is, like, I feel like that's why they're not making her do the strong style woman. They're trying to make more like a Lash Legend do that. Because if you look at it, like Lash Legend has that China power kind of style.
But I mean, Jade Cargill looks muscular.
Of course, and I 100% get you with that.
But between that, I just don't see Jade Cargill being a safe worker either. She's still reckless. That's the issue. She's just really reckless. I don't even think she deserves to be the champion. I like Jade Cargill. I think she does deserve to be a champion at some point, but I think she's just too soon. And since she's won the title like 90 days ago, which is a long time, what have you remembered from this whole time she was champion? It's kind of been lackluster here. So I think Bianca just makes more sense of her winning, coming back, winning it, if she's 100%, by the way, guys. Yeah. And then going after Jade Cargill. It makes better sense storyline, and it builds up a great whole couple of weeks of promos between back and forth of them because they're both full-time workers at least. Yeah. And if we've done this right, it could be feud of the year. It really can. Because one thing I'll give Jade, she could talk on the mic.
She really can.
And she's charismatic. When she holds a mic and she starts hitting those, promos, she makes people hear her out. And she does that well. And I'll give her that. What else we got?
Okay, so a couple things. So Wyatt responds to Ryan. What's up, Ryan? Ryan, just chilling, Wyatt. Same here. Nia Jax has done better than Jade.
Okay.
Ryan tells me Jade Cargill's height is billed as 5'10", 178 centimeters. Chyna's height was billed in as 5'10", 170 meters during her WWE career. Okay.
They're about the same height.
They are the same height.
So, in the end, it just doesn't make sense why WWE is going in a different direction of wrestling style with Jade. So, my thing is, I think Jade is trying to be something that she's not. She's not this, flashy moveset type of wrestler. She's more of a...
You think maybe she's trying to stick it to Khan?
Huh?
You think maybe she's trying to stick it to Tony Khan?
Nah, I don't think so.
No, I mean, at this point, no. Remember, though, Tony Khan mostly had to do, the power moves. She was that powerhouse kind of person.
Now it's I don't think that's what it is. I just think now that she's in the big show and she sees these women,
like Becky and all them,
doing these high flying moves. Right. Yeah, I don't think it suits her, and I think she's trying too hard to be something she's not, and she'll never be. Because look, that all takes time, and she's in her I think she's in her 30s, and by then muscle memory and all that develops, and it's hard to relearn all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What else we got?
Hopefully they do a WWE Real episode on Jade Cargill.
I think it'll come one. I think if they do Bianca versus Jade, I think there will do Unreal segment there. So we got 2 for Liv, 2 for Jade, and then 1 for Io Sky. Okay, so 2 Bianca. Yeah, sorry, Bianca.
Confidently Io.
So look, that's gonna be good. Let's move on to the next one. Now let's just go with Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. Okay, so everybody here, who do you have? I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre. Go ahead, SG3.
Sammy Vera disqualification.
I'm gonna go with Drew pinfall. I just don't think they're gonna. Drew just won the championship.
Yeah.
I really do think they got to make him look strong for the next couple of weeks. I think he beats up Sammy, and I think he does it well. And he shows Sammy why he's not ready for the main event spotlight now. What else we got here? Let's see.
A couple comments. Hopefully they do a WWE. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Whatever that. Drew retains clean pinfall.
Exactly. I really do feel like he beats up Sammy, pins him, and makes Drew look strong now that he's the champion. Any other comments on this? I don't see Drew losing.
No. So I mean,
at this point though,
good to protect the strength of Drew.
Yeah,
you don't have him technically losing at a disqualification. So at this point, it could be that Fatu gets upset, or even Cody gets upset, and both of them come on and try to do something or start something because they took the hit that Drew gave him last week personal. Because that's going to be a triple threat for WrestleMania. Let's be honest, that's a triple threat already right there. They're building it up for it. They're going to announce it pretty soon. So right here, that's what they're going to do. And I feel like one of them is going to come and attack, and the other one's going to come in if you want to attack, I'm going to attack. And comes right on and does it. So at this point, though, you're still protecting Drew. And if this is the year for Sammy, and again, you're in Saudi Arabia where Sammy is the most beloved person on the whole planet, you're actually protecting him there too.
Okay.
We were going to say something. Sorry to cut you off.
No, I agree with all that. Yeah, spot on for that. So I agree.
So, and kicks him through couple comments, and kicks him through the announce table like he did Cody. I'm going with Drew McIntyre to win with the Claymore clean pinfall. Wyatt as well. Ryan, I live in a town he's my guy. Drew has to beat Sammy's ass in Saudi and wave the sky's flag and shout freedom.
Nah, yeah, that's good. That's a good winning moment right there. So we all kind of have Drew winning cleanly. It's just because it makes more sense for him to build up him being really strong now that he won the belt finally. So look, we're going with Drew, and we're gonna move on to AJ Styles versus Gunther, career-threatening match. Obviously, if Styles loses, he'll be forced to retire in ring competition. This is a tough one. All signs are pointing for AJ to retire. Nakamura kind of threw out that leak. Could this be a work? Could they be swerving us? Could they be setting up for an Unreal Season 3 where they say, "Ha, I got you guys"? I feel like AJ will, if AJ doesn't retire during the Rumble, I think he's done by WrestleMania. I don't see AJ going towards the end of 2026.
No.
I don't see him going through all these matches. I think he wants to be done. Part of me really thinks he wants to be called it quits already. I think he sees himself slowing down. He watches the video. He sees, look, I don't have it anymore. And you could tell, like, he is losing a step. So I think he wants to call it quits while he's ahead. This is scary to say. But do you really think this is the end? Do you think Gunther gets the win at the Rumble? Let's start with the comments first.
Triple H thinks he's smart and filming for Unreal. AJ has to win against Gunther. Both of them from right.
So who do you guys have? That's a tough one. See, here's the thing. If it wasn't for tonight, CM Punk and AJ Styles facing off, I probably would have AJ winning. But the fact that they rushed this out there for the main event kind of seems worrisome. I refuse to think otherwise. My heart would break if he retired on Saturday. AJ for me. So everybody seems like they're going for the AJ route to win this.
We forgot the comment from Nick where he says, I spelled Gunther wrong.
So is everybody going for AJ to win this?
I'm not.
I'm gonna go with Gunther. I just really do think that WWE is gonna push Gunther to the top, wants them to get nuclear heat. And if he retires AJ, we're all gonna hate him for it. And I think that's what they want. I do. It's scary, but AJ did make his debut 10 years ago at the Rumble. And it's probably a good way to call it quits. It's like one of those back in the day moments where someone's going to say, all right, I'm going to quit on this day. And they actually do. And you're like, oh, shit. You know, it happened. It's not at a big pay-per-view. Not everybody wants to go off in the sunset at a pay-per-view, you know?
No.
So this be
went off Sunday main event.
I think this is going to be one of the biggest what the fuck moments of the year. So
and that could be either way. Either you swerve the hell out of us and we weren't expecting it, or Gunther wins.
So do we
Both
got
of them are their reaction.
So we got 2 and 2. What do you think? Do we get 2 and 2? So
AJ will. Nick kind of didn't say. I think he actually is going for Gunther as well.
So we got 3 and 1 then.
Hold on, wait. No. Actually, I didn't read this one. AJ Styles wins, and both AJ and Gunther enter the Rumble.
I don't see Styles entering the Rumble. I do see Gunther entering it. I really do, but I just don't see Styles. Styles, no.
No, Gunther.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see Gunther entering it, but I don't see Styles entering it himself. I go for Gunther winning. So 2 and 2. I mean 3 and 1. Sorry.
3 and 1. I'm sorry, Ryan. Apologize, brother.
All right, so we got 3 and 1 so far. All right, let's go to the main event. Will be men's Royal Rumble. All right, surprises. Let's go with surprises real quick. Surprise entrance. Well, so far that we got Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Theory, Evans, and announced today in a commercial, Obafemi's entering the Royal Rumble. All right, guys. Surprise entrances. Who do you guys have coming out tonight? During Saturday, obviously. I'm gonna go with the little stretches of a surprise. Do we get a Kevin Owens returning? Just for at least a couple of spots, and he gets eliminated Doesn't do anything crazy. Couple of spots and that's it.
Based on the neck injury, no.
But we have seen people announce neck injuries and then eventually return back. We get Edge,
but years though, not months.
I mean, we got Cena returning pretty quick.
It wasn't neck though.
But it was something serious that was supposed to last 9 months, and he made it to 3.
I thought it was like 6 or something like that.
No, it was pretty long. He was not supposed to come until like the end of the year almost. Do we see Will Hobbs coming out?
Didn't they just trademark something? I just saw something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Rolls Royce or something like that. Royce something.
Yeah, something right there. Roy something.
Yeah. So, do you think he comes out that night and surprises everybody?
Do you think Chris Jericho comes back?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna say why. I don't think Jericho's gonna come out in Saudi. I feel like he's gonna save it for the following Monday Night Raw and make his own debut. Crazy one.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make his own entrance and everything. Why would he waste it on Saudi? The time of Saudi where he's basically sharing the spotlight with everybody else. I feel like he likes to do his own thing, you know? He's always done that. His debut on Raw, his returns on Raw, it's always been its own separate thing. It's always been on Raw, by the way.
It really has, yes.
So I don't think he comes out on. I really don't think Jericho comes out on this Saturday. I think he comes out on the Monday Night Raw. I think in Toronto. I think it might be in Toronto or something, or maybe that just passed. I don't know. But regardless, well, yeah, Royce Keys.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
Any other surprises? I was gonna say Oba Femi, but they announced that towards the end of Raw. Microman, yes. Microman, maybe. Almost. You know what? Mr. Iguana Man.
Ooh, okay.
Mr. Iguana Man makes his appearance. Any crazy spots here? I'm gonna say we get the Lucha Bros. We get
Ray.
Yeah, we get Ray and Penta doing a spot and kind of teasing a tag team surprises there. So I'm gonna say that's the crazy spot of the night.
Sorry, Ryan just had a good one. Chad Gable.
He's getting jacked, so it'll be see Chad Gable to come in. The Hardys. That's a long stretch, man. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a long stretch.
I'm gonna go with Nick's favorite, Joe Henry.
Maybe.
Nick's gonna be super excited when he sees.
Well, it's because the way that he's has contract that I feel like he would appear. Actually, yeah, I can see Joe Henry. Nah, come on, man. Bubba Ray, they're retired. I think Bubba Ray retired. Or is it just the tag team?
Just a tag team. Devon is retired, but Bubba Ray is still.
Nah, he's not gonna appear in a fucking Rumble. That's for sure. Nah, Jericho steals the Rumble.
Tony the Kid, what's up, brother? How you been, man?
Nah, I don't think so, dude. I don't think Jericho appears. Like I said, Jericho needs his own spotlight. He's always when he finally debuted in WWE, it's on a Raw. When he came back multiple times, it's always been on a Raw. So I just really don't think it's going to be on a Rumble. It doesn't make any sense for it to be on a Rumble of all things where he has to share the spotlight with everybody. He's only going to have a minute,
or maybe he does number 30. If he comes in, he could be number 30.
But he only going to have a minute to do his entrance and then rush out of there, and he's not going to win.
You know
what's the point of him coming out if he's not going to win? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. I think he comes out the following Monday night. What else we got?
We got a whole bunch of comments we didn't read before. Braun Breaker wins, also eliminates all Vision members. I believe Cody was first to announce, but not first. I think Obafemi is first. His walk will be epic.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Powerhouse Hobbs makes his debut. Royce Keys, Microman makes an appearance in the Rumble. Omos, Javon Evans, Chad Gable, Hardy's, Bubba Ray. Hopefully by Nick. Hopefully Joe Henry breaks Santino's record for the fastest elimination in history. Tony the Kid, what's up, guys? Commentary could go crazy, and Michael Cole goes, who's next? Joe Henry, and then boom, hit the music. Ryan responds to Tony, hey, Tony, let's make Randy Orton number 30.
Let's make Randy Orton number 30. You know what? To number 30th, I'm going to say the guy who's also going to steal the spotlight, I'm going to go with number 30th, LA Knight. We haven't seen him for quite a while. Unreal did drop. We did see a couple of issues with him and Triple H on a missing spot, which might have caused him to not be pushed as much. I don't think he was going to get pushed regardless, but not get pushed as much throughout the rest of the year. But this was also earlier during the Money in the Bank season. I do think LA Knight comes back on the Rumble, and I think he comes back at number 30th, and they're going to tease him winning it. But obviously going to come short. I would love to see LA Knight win the Rumble. I really do think it's his time now. If they don't do it this year, push him to the top, it's a done deal. He's always going to be a mid-carder at best. So,
and always a what if.
Yeah. What else we got?
The only reason they will go with Jericho is because of the shock value Saudi wants it.
But that's the thing, though. For what, though? It's like he comes out for shock and then he gets eliminated. Doesn't it feel like we wasted a whole... I don't know. It doesn't even really make sense. I think Brock Lesnar would be more of a shock value than Jericho at the Rumble. Which, I don't know. I just don't think Jericho's going to stoop to that level. I just feel like he wants his own...
He wants his own moment.
Yeah.
Or maybe he does what Cody did.
What?
Come back at WrestleMania.
But who's going to face?
Some random person, doesn't matter.
I mean, it does matter. Everybody's paying good money to see him face another wannabe Fandango? Kate Wilson?
Could be. Why not?
Anyways, what else do you got?
Couple comments. Any chance on Cardona?
Cardona being what?
Oh, sorry. Hold on, wait. I skipped one by Nick. Oh yeah, LA Knight. I changed my pick. Number 30, LA Knight makes better sense.
It does. It really does, and it shocks the crowd, and it makes it tease like he might actually win it this year. I hope he does. I really do hope that he finally pushed LA Knight this year.
I hope so too. He deserves it. Any chance of Cardona? So basically, Cardona being in the Rumble.
Yeah. Obviously, he signed into WWE, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't put him in. Next comment.
And then if LA is number 29, then Jericho goes 30.
I don't know. I just don't see Jericho going in. I don't even think Jericho goes to number 30 yet.
No.
Nah, he's not going to be in the final four.
Isn't number 27 the quote-unquote lucky one because 3 people have come out as number 27 and 1?
Supposed to be, but I think now number first has gone like 2 to 3 already.
Because that's what I miss about the Royal Rumble. Like when they were building up the hype, like all the stats that they would put, fastest elimination.
Well, what's the point if you already know who's going to win? What's the point of these stats where back then it was unpredictable? And now it's like, we already know who's going to win this year. What else we got?
Lesnar will be back for Elimination Chamber. Nick responded. Final 4, Roman, Cody, Braun, LA Knight. Yeah. LA
Knight, I think it's the best man to be in the Final 4. That's going to be crazy. All right, so let's put it this way. Your predictions, who's going to win, guys? Comment on the chat.
You first.
Who has predictions here? I am going to go with... I don't think Sammy wins. I don't think he's going to win it this year. I think Sami Zayn is going to win it next year because of the reason that WrestleMania is going to be hosted that year for Saudi, Arabia. I think Sammy wins the Rumble then. I think he loses to that night for him to get his redemption arc next year and win it at the big time. So I'm kicking Sammy out. I don't think Cody's going to win it.
No.
I don't think Gunther's going to win it. Who's another favorite?
Braun Breaker.
I don't see Braun winning this. It would be crazy though if he does. It's okay. So put it this way: to me, it's the final 2 would be Roman or LA Knight. That's a tough one. I don't want Roman to win, but I do want LA Knight to win. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with LA Knight. And I know Roman's going to win, but I am going to go with LA Knight just because I think it's his time. I want to see it. To me, it makes more sense. He's been out. He's been missing. They cut the whole Unreal episode on him. And fans did kind of feel a little bit sympathy towards him. And it really hurts seeing him get all that treatment. I'm not saying that it was his fault. I'm not saying that Triple H's fault. I just feel like his time is now. I'm going to go with LA Knight. That's my favorite to win.
Yeah,
I do think Roman's going to win, but I do not want to see Roman winning. It's predictable. It's stupid. I don't understand why it's gonna happen, but obviously it's gonna sell merch for them. Who's your pick?
I'm actually gonna follow you.
So you're gonna pick.
Hell
What about
a night.
what about Jacob Fatu though? Nobody's gonna want to pick him to win it.
He could be surprised, but I don't see him. I see him like last 8. I see him final 8.
Hmm.
I don't see him final 4, but I see him final 8.
But he's in that storyline with Drew and Cody Rhodes still. So you don't think they're gonna take it all the way to Mania, where Drew, Cody, and Fatu go at it? Because we don't think Cody's gonna win winning the Royal Rumble. But could Fatu win the Rumble? Cody wins the Chamber. They all meet up at WrestleMania. They still feuding with each other. So what other sense does it make? Does it make to end the feud properly, or is it just going to completely ignore it and move on from that?
Oh, dude, at this point, you're not really you're not ignoring it if they don't win.
So what are you going to do afterwards?
Building on it. So let's put it. That's why I'm telling you. Could DQ also make sense because at this point,
now you're going to make it a fatal 4-way?
No. I'm still having 3. Right?
So why DQ on Sami Zayn? Where's Sami Zayn getting
No. I'm not saying Sami.
Okay.
I'm saying they attack Drew, and technically Sami wins.
But he loses. So.
Sorry, he lost. Yeah, but Drew wins.
That's what I'm saying. Why would that make sense?
So at this point, yeah. So you're still protecting Sami in his motherland, where he is from, where he is loved by everybody. 1, 2, though. After that, it's like, all right, dudes, you guys wanted to screw me out of my match. I'm screwing you. So then, final 8. Technically final 8. Cody's gonna be in for a while. Let's be honest. Cody's gonna be in for a long fucking time. He's not gonna get on in 15, 20 minutes. He's gonna be almost that hour mark. I feel that Drew's gonna come in and Claymore both of them out the ring.
But
because they've been showing that clip way too many times recently of Drew, Claymore, and Brock.
But the issue is though, Sami Zayn gets screwed out and he gets no revenge on it, no redemption. He just ignores it and moves on.
I think at this point for next year, the redemption.
I don't see that, dude. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody's just gonna forget about it, move on. I think if that's the case, you're going that direction. It becomes a fatal 4-way at Mania because you're gonna have to insert Sami because he did nothing wrong. He got screwed. I don't think he's gonna get screwed. I think you're really gonna just eat a clean pin because at that point it'll be too much heads to eat.
Or even then, at the end, it still could be Drew. They come on and just beat him up at the end. That could also happen.
At the end, yes, when he beats Sami. But I just don't see Sami Zayn getting inserted through all this at WrestleMania.
I got a lot of comments, by the way. Hold on. So, Final 4, I already told you. My pick to win the Rumble is going to be the OTC Roman Reigns and pick CM Punk at WrestleMania in Las Vegas. My pick, LA Knight. Final 4, Braun, Roman, LA Knight, Logan Paul. Roman gives LA Knight the push to fend off the 2 Vision members who ultimately ends up eliminating Roman. Bold prediction, Jey Uso gets eliminated in under 1 minute.
That'd be crazy.
Play on the angle that it wasn't his fault and build sympathy for him. It's not realistic for Jacob to win it. Jacob don't need to win it to be main event. You know what I mean? They still got Chamber for Fatu. I got no issue with the 4-way.
So you got no issue with the 4-way, but that's what I'm saying. That if that's the case, it would have to be a fatal 4-way at Mania. I don't know if that's the direction they want to head into because I feel like they want to have Sami Zayn capture his big moment at next year's WrestleMania, unless they want to build off of him winning it this year and going in as the champion until next year, which would be a crazy long title reign.
Especially for Sami Zayn. No,
I don't see it. I'm sorry. No, yeah, it's a lot of predictions. So we got so far 2 for Romans,
2 for LA Knight,
2 for LA Knight. So
I'm sorry, no, 3 for LA Knight. You, me, and Nick.
Okay, that's crazy though. Yeah. All right, well, let's just go with LA Knight for the most points right now. I do see Roman winning it, but I'm just gonna go for LA Knight because I'd like to see this happen. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a crazy Royal Rumble outcome. I feel like we really don't have one decisive winner. We do, but I think fans really want to see LA Knight win this one. It just makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see this Saturday. We're going to be live streaming it. So stay tuned for that Saturday. I think it starts about
It starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Illinois.
Yeah, but
All Central Time.
I think 2 p.m.
Eastern.
Look, wherever your start time is, just tune in to us. If you really want to see us live streaming, we'll be here. We'll, we'll also do results right after, talk about it a little bit. I'm actually just interested to see how they play this out. With it not being heavily advertised, with it not really being promoted as much, and all being crammed tonight, all these announcements of people are coming in. It doesn't feel like a really Rumble that you're looking forward to, but it feels like one of those ones where like, well, how they're gonna pull this shit off?
It's a clusterfuck.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck of a mess, but let's see if they could save it this coming Saturday. Do we have that much faith in WWE actually putting up a really great show this Saturday?
So, a couple more comments. Actually, you think Sammy winning in a one-on-one would feel different if he won in a fatal four-way?
If he wins in a fatal four-way, you're probably right on that. You hit the ball. I feel like it makes more sense for Sammy to win it one-on-one because fatal four-way is like you have a chance, you know? It doesn't feel like he earned it as much because in the end, he could just get a lucky pin like he did on Saturday Night's Main Event. And we're going to say, oh, Sammy only wins it on a fatal four-way than he does on a singles match because he can never really win that big time unless you're trying to build up to another storyline using that as leverage.
I could see that for a year.
Nah, that'd just be dumb. Doesn't really would make sense. Oh, what else we got?
Ryan says, 8 p.m. for me, baby. I'll be drinking and live with Wyatt. We will connect with y'all. For sure, brother. Go ahead, connect with us. Send us a comment. I'll comment with you guys for sure.
We'll have a drink with you, man. We'll celebrate.
And then all of a sudden, Adam tells Finn, sorry, but Rumble is full. Laughing my ass off.
Yeah, that's funny.
Wyatt says 12 p.m. for me. Be live stream as well. Can't wait, dude. For sure, we'll comment. Actually, I do follow both of you guys. I'll be reaching out for comments. So definitely be reaching out. It's gonna be exciting. I think honestly, other night's gonna win. I feel like at this point, it does make a lot of sense to push them. We as fans been begging for a long time for this to happen.
Yeah, honestly, it's gonna be interesting of a clusterfuck of a mess this whole Royal Rumble is. How even building the stadium in Saudi Arabia took weeks into now that it's finally finished.
Hours.
It's crazy. It just really is. I hear it looks really nice. So
it does look really nice. And everyone's been saying if this is their Rumble, wait till WrestleMania when it's supposed to be bigger.
It's gonna be crazy. Look, it's gonna be crazy. I'm interested to see who wins. I'm interested in seeing this show just because of the reason is honestly it's been bad promoted. It's everybody's just been announced ahead of time. It's not that many surprises, so let's look into it and let's just hope for the best now. That's all we can do as wrestling fans. A couple more comments.
How could they have AJ Styles face on SmackDown this week before Saudi? Another rival?
Who would be another rival? That's the thing. There's just okay. Real quick, think hard of this. Who else is left out there? Everybody that I know of is in AEW or not wrestling. I
don't even know myself, dude, to be honest with you.
Would you just want Evans to face Styles? That would make more sense because it would be Legend versus Future.
Yeah.
And it'll be if they do Evans versus Styles, that for sure makes me know that for sure that he's retiring. If he does that this Friday.
Or it could also be Trick Williams.
Yeah, but I think Evans just makes more sense.
I get Evans make more sense, but you just kind of brought up something that makes me think even more, which is the fact that if it's going to go with Future, Trick Williams right now is your future, and everyone is literally loving Trick Williams.
But why go over Trick Williams and make him lose, make AJ Styles lose? That way he goes into, the Rumble looking weak. It has to be a guy he's going to go over. It makes more sense for Evans, for him to go over Evans, but still get that nod like, damn, you're good, kid. Like, you're going to be the future of this, wrestling scene. So I'm going to just go with Evans. I don't know. But
couple more. AJ versus Randy. I agree. It could actually be a good one.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't. I think if it's last minute, I just really don't see it.
Ryan, I want to come on as a guest one night. Guys, hit me up when you have a guest on to chat wrestling. Absolutely, brother.
We're gonna work on that.
We are definitely working on it. There's a lot of behind the scenes talks that's going on, and we would honestly love to have as many of you as we possibly can. Why wrestling? Same as well. It would be awesome to be a guest on here and talk wrestling. Absolutely, bro. It would be fantastic to have both of you, if not one of you at least for sure. It would just be awesome. And Ryan says, "Let's go, Wyatt."
Alrighty, look. Let's speak about for all you gamers out there. All right, there's been a lot of news and chatter going around and a lot of more announcements of WWE 2K26. We had a couple of announcements the last couple of days. First one, Attitude Era Edition is coming out. So this means that we're going to have a little bit of attitude towards the game, that it might just be a copy and paste. I don't know if we really could say that, but it looks like it. That we might just get 2K. You remember 2K16 with Austin in the cover? We just might get that whole storyline centered in this game, which wouldn't be a bad thing. And with high definition graphics now, better. I would be interested to see this. Overall, that got me excited. I'm not gonna lie, that got me really excited for this upcoming game until Saturday night's main event roll about. And we got another announcement that we got the Monday Night Wars edition.
Yes, we do.
That is crazy to me.
I'm not gonna lie, you actually make me want to extra.
I'm gonna pre-order it. So I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna test it out and we're gonna give you a review on here. But for that announcement that day, it got me really hyped to see that. And we did get a couple of wrestlers on the front cover of the game itself. It's crazy. It really is. It got me excited. But then, come today, we got WWE 2K26 announcing one more edition. So here's the really confusing part. And I don't know if it's going to get sorted out as the days to come. And I think they have an announcement this Friday about who's going to be in the cover, the standard cover. There's already been leaks that it's CM Punk. So we could see CM Punk being on the standard edition. And they're going to announce that. But I think they're going to announce more to come as well. So we did get another announcement today, and that is the King of Kings edition. Triple H on the front cover. Now look.
Are you surprised?
No. Look. I don't mind him getting his own game eventually. My issue is though, it's not that he got his own game in the cover. That was gonna come. My issue is how many editions are we getting? Because we had the Attitude Era. We had the standard definition. We have the Attitude. Wait, did I say that already?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay, we have the Monday Night Wars, and now we have the King of Kings. We have 4 different editions. So what is the whole biggest one? You know what I mean? The one that includes all of them. Because before, it was only 3. It was the Special Edition, the Deluxe Edition, and the Standard Definition. So what is what now? What gets you the most content? Or do we have to buy everything separate now?
Do you really have to ask?
The King of Kings?
Of course.
I don't know. I think that's just dumb if that's the case. I really do think that's just going to be greedy if that's the case. And I hope that if you at least get that edition, it includes the rest of them. What else? What do you think real quick before we go into more news about this?
That worries me.
I'm happy though. I'm happy for the Monday Night Wars edition and Attitude. King of Kings, I'm not going to lie. Look, I knew this was going to come. Eventually, Triple H is going to get his own story mode and everything, the showcase mode. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. He's been in the game. Literally, he's been in the game for about, 3 decades?
Yeah.
So why not? But what is all this going to be about is my question. It's going to be interesting to see what they announce this Friday. Real quick thoughts about it.
Here's my thing. This is why I'm worried about it. We've talked about this a lot of times, and we said the quote on here a lot of times. Could too much of a good thing be too much of a good thing?
Yeah.
So four games, it makes me worry. Like,
are they going to be greedy?
Well, there's a comment actually that say that they're greedy. But number 2, though, I feel like it's just if it's too much, then what? And if you're going to do 4 editions, cool, standard, you get your standard stuff, whatever. But then it's like, then your other 3, then what are you going to get with each one? And I get with the standard, you're going to have to download a lot of things eventually, but it's like, You have the one where you get everything, which I feel is going to be the King of Kings because it's Triple H.
It's gonna be horrible.
I feel like the Monday Night Wars one is going to be like your deluxe. Excuse me, not your deluxe, but like your. And then I feel like Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era are going to be the same, if that makes sense, which is like your Super Edition.
But here's the thing: why choose one or the other? If it was okay back then, if it was for a reason of art covers, what art cover do you rather have? Attitude or Monday Night Wars? The issue is we have no physical editions this year.
Yeah.
Everything's really going to digital. You're only going to have it looks so. If we're going to base off last year, we only had a standard edition that was physical.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going off of that, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's going to be basically your deluxe, your special edition, which would be the Attitude Era, and then your standard. So standard, special, deluxe, the King of Kings now, which is probably going to be higher price because I think last year game was priced at $130 for the Takers. I think it was Takers. Was it Takers or was it? I forgot which one it was. But look, regardless, it was priced at $130. I feel like King of Kings are going to be priced $150.
Yep.
It's going to be high price, and it's going to be the reason why 2K is trying to capitalize out of all of this right now going on, all the nostalgia and getting the fans hyped. Because they're not, I'm not going to lie, they've been doing a great job at it the last couple of days. We do got a couple of comments.
We have a lot of comments. So I think Punk will be our cover announcement on Friday. I think Punk will be the cover for it. You think the standard edition is going to be great if they have so many editions?
So no. So here's the thing. That's a good question. Ask yourself that. If you're going to be lack content, you're not going to get all the superstars, and you're going to. So when you play the game, right, and you're picking a character, you see a lot of, and when you don't buy all the DLC, you see a lot of players that you can't pick. You're like, fuck, I can't pick him, and you go a whole roll of John Cena's that you can't play, a whole different Austins you can't play,
Hogan.
Takers, and you're gonna be like, damn, I want that edition. So why even make a standard edition? You know what I mean? You're missing out on a lot of content. You really are. So
buy the standard edition unless you just don't want anything else. You just want just whatever the hell they're gonna give you.
Yeah, if you just play it casually, it makes more sense. But if you're hardcore, you're gonna want one of these special editions. It just makes more sense. But even then, it's tough to see when all the wrestlers you want to pick are not even gonna be there. Like, hey, if you want to pick some Attitude Era wrestlers, you have to pay for this Attitude Era edition, obviously. Or WCW characters, you have to pay for the Monday Night Wars edition.
And who knows if it's even gonna be if you have the Monday Night Wars edition or the Attitude Era, if you could download one or the other. What about if they decide to go greedy? And you know what? With the Monday Night Wars edition, you can't get the Attitude Era people. And then with the Attitude Era edition, you can't get the Monday Night Wars edition.
So you gotta pay 60 and 60 for either one.
I see it happening because why not?
Yeah, I could see 2K doing something greedy like that. What else we got?
I got a couple. TK will be making that money, baby. Another way to please the fans. That's true, man. That's true, Ryan. Eventually, they'll come out with the Saudi edition.
No way. They'll probably come with the Saudi arena.
Yeah, I can see it.
That would actually be crazy. I'm not going to lie. That'd be interesting.
I love a WWE manager mode where I got money to build a roster and play Triple H and book the weekly and pay-per-view shows like a football manager.
To me, I like where you're going with that. GM mode for me. GM mode started like around, I think it was 06 or 07, one of those games. Sorry if I get that wrong. It's either SVR 06 or SVR 07. I want to say it was 06.
I think it was 06.
Yeah, so I played GM mode. It was crazy, but it was good. It was great. And it's like you're booking your own, show. It's like a fantasy, basically. It was great. It went away, I think, after 2008. It came back, but then we got universe mode, basically, instead. That's something sort of similar to it now that they have this, like, general manager mode in it. Mm-hmm. But if we could actually get a nod to the old school version of general manager mode, that would be insane.
Were they showing the ratings and stuff like that? I remember they used to show the ratings and like, you have to do better. Like, come on, you're right there. And it's like, you keep trying. It's like, the best part about it is like when you try it, the computer tried even better. It's like, dang it,
I try to always cheat and somehow like put all these high popularity wrestlers on free agency and they would get all the shitty wrestlers, but somehow they always win. Somehow they'd always go more stars than you. It was difficult. It was difficult to beat the AI during that game, but it was fun. You had a blast on it, and I think you could even play against each other. Like if you had another person with another controller, you could do a Monday Night versus SmackDown thing between your friends. It was insane. I would like to see that mode come back. It was great. What else we got?
DLC is king in this world, in this digital world. That's true.
Unfortunately, I'm a physical media guy.
It really is.
But I kind of went sad when they finally went all DLC for the deluxe editions. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be any physical media for deluxe at all. See, here's the thing. If you remember back in the day, they would come out with the special or deluxe edition, and they would have a nice cover art with a lot of good things, accessories and stuff. I think one of them came with like the piece of mat of the ring or something from I don't know what Mania. If you remember that one, they came out with the Hulk Hogan edition. Yeah. They came out with the Taker edition.
They had the casket or something like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Hell, even SVR had a special edition. They had a lot of good cover arts.
I just feel that for that, it was like, and unfortunately, Ryan is true. Ryan is right. Everything now is downloadable because no one wants to go to the store. Everyone's like, just wants it right then and there. And unfortunately, man, digital media is killing physical. And I personally, and it's like, unfortunately, they don't want to cough up any more than what's already coughed up to make this game so great. And unfortunately, they're not going to do like you know what? Dude, imagine you get the Monday Night Wars edition, and you get an NWO plaque. Why not? Yeah, go ahead and add it. You got an Attitude Era thing, or just the old logo, or Stone Cold Smoking Skull cup, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's something small and insignificant, but it's still something.
Well, when it comes to digital, they're gonna give you like a in-ring shirt exclusive. Like for digital.
Yeah, for digital. Oh my goodness! And then you gotta take a picture, put on your social media. Guys, look at me.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get greedy with all this virtual coins and stuff that they have to buy from there.
Just because, dude, Fortnite really did kill that so much.
Well, it was
really did kill that. Really did kill the physical media when they saw like, oh, dude, people are spending buckets and buckets of money on this.
Yeah, that was also Call of Duty, FIFA.
FIFA came out with it later, but if you really think about it,
FIFA had microtransactions before those Fortnites.
No, for sure it was like. For sure, the one that like catapulted was Fortnite, and then you had a lot of like the app games, like Cut the Rope and those kind of games.
No, because it was Call of Duty, and then it was FIFA too. FIFA came out with those before Fortnite. Fortnite just made it more. Yeah.
Two comments. Stampy says hi. Stampy, nice. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for actually reaching out and hanging out with us and talking and saying hi. We appreciate it. Ryan responds to Stampy, hi.
So, okay, so put it this way. I'm still excited for the game. I can't wait for the announcements of the cover art this Friday. I hope they announce more to it, and I hope they announce what we get in these editions, because also pre-orders. You're able to pre-order this on the 30th.
Which is this Friday.
So we're going to have a couple of more announcements for that. So we're going to see what's included for each edition. I'm excited. I'm going to pre-order it no matter what. My question is, what edition do I want to pre-order?
You pre-order one, I pre-order the other?
I mean, I guess if that's the only way we're going to do it, yeah. So I'm going to guess the console. Oh, here's another big thing. These games are going to phase out PS4 and Xbox One finally. I did not see them getting included. So for the first time in quite a while, we're not going to get any PS4 or Xbox One editions of 2K, series for wrestling. So now they're just going to be able to get them from PS5, PC, Xbox Series, and it looks like we're still going to stick with the Switch 2 editions.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. So if you want to take it portable, there we go. You have it right there. I have 2K25 on the Series X as well as the Switch 2, and I got to say, the Switch 2 edition portable is not that bad. Frame rates are right there. So if you have a Switch 2, you want to get it portable, why not? I might actually lean towards that this year because I usually get it on the Series X, but I mean, having it portable and on the go, there's nothing you can beat on that, man. Even though, yes, the graphics and frame rates get better on a powerful console on the Series X, but portable edition, That's hard, dude. Portable wrestling.
Reminds you of the old wrestling Game Boy days.
Yeah, actually, these graphics and frame rates hold up though. That's the issue. But I'm excited. In a way, I'm actually really excited for this game, even though I don't like where this is going with pricing. Just to hear all this, and we did get a teaser. All right, so in this teaser, we got an image, and in this image, guys, 2K release a couple of things. One, microphone. Two, there's an iguana. We got some videotapes, VCR videotapes in the background. I do see a shopping cart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. The iguana, I feel like Mr. Iguana is a reference to that.
I think so.
Microphone is either maybe they announced the return of an I Quit match, or maybe there was a wrestler that had a microphone. Who knows? Maybe it was Mr. Kennedy. The shopping cart. I feel like the shopping cart is going to make us return into wrestling games.
Oh, God, yes.
And who knows? We might get a wrestler included with that. We might get an EC. We could get a Rhino, or hell, we could finally get Raven in the game. And if you look real closely, there's thumbtacks. Do we get the inclusion of thumbtacks finally in the game?
Yes.
That's going to be insane. I'm actually really hyped for that. I don't see too much. There's a lot more into this, but if we really wind down, it's hard to say what else is in this pick. There's a lot of reference here. 2K's throwing us a bone, and the internet is picking up. If you guys see this pick and you guys have any theories of what else could be added, we would like to hear it. But I don't know about you, but I'm really hyped for this game.
It's gonna be fun, dude. I'm actually pretty excited. I haven't bought a wrestling game in a while.
So this is it.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be mine.
And we're definitely gonna review it. And who knows, maybe in the future we'll get a game card and probably start playing some online, man, against each other. Oh, why not? What else we got as comments?
Colby had a hand in upsales online too, and folks got too comfy that way, and they really did.
Nobody wanted to leave home, and if you get it right away, why not?
Yeah.
It's convenient for everybody. So honestly, it's great to see that. I'm excited, guys. Hey, next week we'll have more answers for you from the game, because I know we're gonna get more games. So by the way, TNA, I've seen another episode. Follow up the disaster of last week's AMC debut. I must say, when I watched this episode this week, I did quite enjoy it a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, they actually had matches on top of segments. The energy was there. The production though, it needs to amp up. Mm-hmm. It looks like they're still on that low value budget set. I get it, they don't have a lot of money, but I feel like they could do something better here. Yeah, it just seems so dark. It seems so weird. They really up the value of the production of the look of TNA. But overall the show was great. The ending was awesome. Where the system announced its new member, right? Mm-hmm. And during these announcements, we also had Fandango retiring the week before. So he was there, as well as Moose. And so Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers did announce that Bear Bronson is joining the system. And as he made himself in the ring, in the ring, they attack Dirty Dango. Mm-hmm. And to everybody's shock, was like, why are you attacking them? Why are you attacking them? So they're beating them up. And then right after, they also beat up Moose, which was crazy to see that they beat up Moose. That's their top dog. So Cedric Alexander came in to try to save Moose and Dirty Dangle, but obviously Cedric turned on them as well. Mm-hmm. So we now have a new members of the system with Bear Bronson and Cedric Alexander joining in. Moose is out, Dirty Dangle's out. It's a crazy TNA, man. And this is how the first episode should have been. But obviously that, but hey, on to forward, be more positive. I did enjoy this version of it, and hopefully we get to see more. We also seen Ash by Elegance return. That's crazy. She actually made her return from her injury. So any other thoughts, SG3?
I feel like, honestly, like I told you last week, dude, yeah, they started off bad, but right now it's just you know what, we they try to do WWE on a budget. Mm-hmm. It showed. They're still trying to do WWE on a budget, but I think at this point, though, with them doing what they're doing right now, it is going to catapult a lot better. A lot more eyes are going to be on the product, and you have time. Mind you, if this was like year 2 of your TV contract and you're doing this stuff, yeah, then I have something to worry. But it's your first one. It's nothing to worry about. You can only just bounce back from here.
Yep.
People coming back. Ash by Elegance came back. Dirty Dangle. It looks like he's still going to have a couple more storylines, even though he's not going to be active, which is still pretty awesome. Cedric Alexander's then still actually turning heel was not fully expected, but yet I liked it. I like the fact that he went heel and he did something that he never really did in WWE. I feel like in WWE he was underutilized because they didn't know what to do with him.
So we also got another thing, man. So in SG3 segments, what do you want to talk about? SG3, you did mention that Trey Miguel did make his return, and I saw that night. Trey Miguel made his return into TNA after being fired from AEW. SG3, I want you to go ahead and go into details of what actually happened. So we thought he had some mental issues.
That's what I wanted to highlight, because last week he said, hey guys, taking a hiatus from wrestling, don't tag me on anything, don't talk to me about anything. That's after the release from AEW, so everyone was like, oh, okay, cool, man. Hey, we respect you, respect what's going on. Heck, us on the show, we wish you a very speedy recovery, that everything was going to be okay. And then all of a sudden, turns out that he actually got let go because of a post he did back in 2006, came to light, and they were like, look, dude, we cannot actually condone this because of the wrestlers and the roster that they have. So, like, you know what, dude, I think it's just best we part ways. Later on, out of the blue, completely shocks the world. Trey Miguel's back on TNA with, like, just even more of a shock than we could have imagined. I was expecting Trey Miguel to be out. If he wasn't, I thought he was going to sign back with TNA. I don't think he was ever going to go to AEW now for what surface.
Well, what happened was this too, is that Tony Khan was aware of this. Tony Khan's a mark.
Yeah.
So he's aware of a lot of things. So he knew what he was doing. So let's put it this way. This whole issue should have never happened. And when I say this, it means like Tony Khan knew of this incident, I'm sure. He should have never signed the Rascals. He should never sign Trey Miguel. I'm not saying he should never sign the Rascals, but he should have never signed Trey Miguel and say, look, Miguel, I'm sorry, but what you said back in the day is not going to cut it. It's not me, because it's not Tony Khan that got him fired. It was higher up. It was WBD that got him fired. So there's a rumor out there that it looks like Tony Khan was aware of his issues, but thought that person that had, okay, so put it this way. You remember Mark Briscoe's brother, Jay Briscoe?
Yeah.
He could not enter AEW because Warner Brothers didn't want him because of his homophobic comments in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided not to bring him in. Okay, so that happened. But when Jay Briscoe died, they had a whole segment, whole episode dedicated to him. Mark Briscoe was tearing up, this and that. And now you mentioned Jay Briscoe, because Tony did mention that person that said no to him first, to Jay Briscoe, even though Tony was giving him a second chance. Jay Briscoe himself also admitted that, look, I made a mistake. I felt really bad. I said what I said. That's not me. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to work on this. I'm so sorry. And for years, you could really see it in his eyes that he kept bringing it up and kept saying, look, I made a big mistake. That's just not me. And the guy did seem like he was sorry. And, we all say, we're not condoning this, but sometimes we do say things and we live and learn later, and we learn about it, that's not accepted. It's wrong. And we do learn about it. And it looks like Jay Briscoe was seriously sorry. Mm-hmm. And it looks like Tony Khan was willing to give him a chance, but someone higher up in WBD said, no, that person was supposedly gone. So what I think happened with Trey Miguel is that someone found out that he was coming to AEW, and that someone ended up going to WBD and said, hey, you should dig up on this guy's past, because he did mention some comments, homophobic, just like Jay Briscoe did. And that somebody from WBD called up Tony and was like, look, he's not coming to AEW. You need to get rid of him. Mm-hmm. That's why they say that they didn't come from Tony, that came from the higher up. I think someone in AEW just did not like Trey Miguel being there, which still kind of speaks volume of that locker room. Like, what is going on there that's that petty? And Trey Miguel did admit to the past that, in his comment afterwards, he did say, "Look, I'm sorry. I have some friends that are in the LGBT. I would take a bullet for these guys. I don't meant what I said. I caught up in the moment, and sometimes you don't argue with fans. You don't argue with these smaller wrestlers. You just let it go. And this is why sometimes it's better to walk away before saying something that's going to catch up to you." And it brought a lot of controversy to the point where it's like this. Some people in the locker room of AEW weren't happy.
Yeah.
And they said, there's people in here that have said worse and done worse, and yet they have a job with us. How's that fair with Trey Miguel when he has admitted that he's sorry? And that was younger version of him than it is now. What do you think about that, by the way?
Be careful what you say. It's always going to come back. I'm not going to say anything, but just be careful what you say. It's always going to come back, regardless of how many years it was. It's going to come back.
But do you think, though, that people in AEW have the right to be mad to the fact that there's people in that business that have said worse things, that have done worse things, and yet they have some sort of leverage because they're more favorable, they're more marketable?
I mean, this winter, you've seen WWE in 2008, 2009, 2007. You've seen WWE again. So it's not something that we're not used to. We can't sit here and say we're surprised. We knew that there's someone out there who probably felt some type of way because of the comments, has held a personal grudge against it, and said, I'm always out to get these kind of people. Who knows what the people who made comments or who've been insensitive about it and never apologized about it, or two, just someone who just was reckless with words and just took it very personal and just took it very much to heart and said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make sure the fact that that person doesn't get a job where I work.
But I'm saying is this, though. Do you think it's right that he gets punished?
Oh, of course, I know. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, like.
But I'm saying, does he get punished? But yet those people in AEW in itself, the ones that done worse, are still there, and they get special treatments because they're obviously more popular, which still doesn't make sense. It still contradicts itself. That look, he did make a mistake, but name me a guy that hasn't done a gimmick, that has done something, little, that shouldn't have done, and things that don't hold up well to this time. There's a lot of people in that roster right now that done questionable stuff worse than this, I feel like.
Yeah.
And yet they have a job. And yet Trey Miguel was singled out for a reason. And I get it. It's the thing of social media. Yeah, be careful what you say. But at the same time, it feels very slightly bogus to him because he got signed and someone in there just had it out for him. But yet WWE also contradicts himself by not firing the people in AEW that done worse than Trey Miguel does.
Because that's why, again, like I said, dude, I think for them it's just like, well, you're already in the business, so I couldn't stop you at this point. Or who knows who it is who has.
Well, I mean, Trey Miguel was in the business too.
So no. So again,
he signed the contract.
No. What I'm saying though is, who knew? Like, let's put as John Moxley one of the bad ones, right? I'm not trying to single anyone out. Just give me an example, right? John Moxley been with the company for how long, right? He started with the company. Who knows if one of the people who was out to get people with negative comments nowadays from social media and stuff like that is not one of the newer people. Or if he or she is a legend in AEW, has been there for quite some time, it's like, cool, I couldn't stop you because I didn't have much of a say back in the day when I first started here, but now I have a higher voice, and I'm going to use my voice to make sure that the hate, quote unquote, doesn't come in anymore. We keep the hate out.
I don't think
that happen. I mean, I could. I
don't think that's what it is. I just feel like there's a lot of pity in that locker room. There's a lot of envy of others,
or maybe they just didn't like him as a person.
It could be it. It's just a lot of pity, a lot of envy, a lot of shit that they need to get it together in that locker room. Because I feel like there is a lot worse wrestlers. Hell, there's people who've been accused of sexual harassment.
I know.
And it's. I don't think it was fair for him. I don't think it was necessary. I also blame Tony Khan. That was a bad move on him. Knowing what you knew, taking the risk, even with Jay Briscoe before, it didn't make any sense. I'm holding Tony accountable with this one too, because I feel like this is a lot of his fault than it is whoever snitched out Trey Miguel to the higher up there. I'm just really mad about this incident. I'm glad he found himself a job back in TNA. In the end, I don't think he's ever going to go to. I feel like originally the Rascals were going to WWE, but Trey Miguel stood back. And I feel like this was the reason why he stood back years ago when they went to WWE NXT. And now we know why. I think he's stuck in TNA for the rest of his time being. It's not a bad thing. He's done well in TNA.
He's making a big name for himself.
He's always been a highlight in TNA, honestly, for the last couple of years. I just hope things get better for him. And I hope the Rascals, the rest of them, well in AEW, and I hope they kick ass out there, and I hope all of them connect later down the road at some point. What else we got?
3 more comments. All has gone south in ways. Don't hold folks' comments of yesterday with today's morals.
Yeah.
Truth. Tony Khan is soulless. He would sign Vince if he could.
I mean, I don't think Tony Khan is very soulless just because he's done a lot of good too. I just think he's an idiot. Sometimes he's done some stupid shit.
I just think he doesn't know how to actually stand up for people.
Well, it's not that he doesn't know how to stand up. It's just that you can't stand up. It's higher up, bro.
Well, no, at this point, it's a higher up, but at this point, you're gonna find out who ratted you out. You're gonna find out who said things. So you're gonna sit here and say,
it's the incident where like Hogan said what he said, and that's a different topic. But you wouldn't think that Vince, if he could have some power, he wouldn't have kept Hogan during that time with his incident. He would have, just because of the money value. The issue is the higher ups told him you got to get rid of him. This board director, you got to get rid of him. Your what's it called? Your sponsorship told you got to get rid of the guy. Sometimes it's out of his reach. The issue is, I think it's not the fact that he can't stick up with the guy, and it's not that he's soulless, because he did a Jay Briscoe tribute after WBD said, "I don't want that guy around here." He has supported Brody Lee when he's passed away, and he supports his family to this day. I just feel like this guy needs to do better of hiring and not just signing everybody.
He's soulless. He's spineless.
It's not that. I just think he just signs anybody right away. You know what I mean? Oh, these guys left TNA. TNA's our rival. Let's just sign them. You know what I mean? Oh,
WWE.
Cora Jade is free. Let's just sign her right now. You know what I mean? Just don't sign everybody. Do some thinking. Get it through your head and think about if this is really a good idea and it's going to hold to this day next time.
Actually, quick comment. I love Tony, but he's a dumbass sophomore playing pretend wrestling with real guys and daddy's money.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that. I don't think he's soulless. I really do think he cares. I don't think he's spineless either. I just don't think in the end, though, if it was Vince on the other thing, on the other side, I still think Vince would have done the same thing. Vince would have been like, I can't do anything. At the end of the day, if it's from the hires up, it's from the hires up. You can't do much. There's no way, because guess what? In the end, they sign your,
sign your paycheck.
They sign your paycheck. They put you on TV, and that's it. I know you had another segment.
I got one more, and it has to do with AEW and the Netflix purchase that they just did for WBD. Following the close of the Netflix WB deal, AEW rights will ostensibly remain with Discovery. Through the league's weekly episodes and pay-per-views, PLEs are expected to continue streaming on HBO Max throughout the remainder of AEW's current contract. That's not necessarily unexpected, but it is confirmation that AEW TV deal is tied to the basic cable channels TNT, TBS, which expires as of 2027 or 2028, depending on what becomes of the contract's fourth year option. At that time, AEW program is likely to leave HBO Max and join the upcoming Turner Sports streaming app.
So they're not going to go to Netflix, that's for sure. So we talk about all these mergers and stuff happening and Netflix buying out some of the property. So that tells you that they're not going to go to Netflix. There's no way. They're going to end up still sticking with TBS and TNT until the remainder of 2027 and HBO Max.
Or 28. Sorry.
Yeah. After that, they're expected to do their new, Turner Broadcasting app. But I don't think they're going to join that also. I think they're just going to go there. But I think their main, I have a funny feeling about this. I think they're going to also have some sort of partnership with YouTube. And I feel like they're going to try to get something going on with YouTube where they stream their wrestling service there.
Well, they did for a while. AEW Dark.
AEW Dark, but they're going to try to get it in a bigger platform and probably get more commercials going on there. But that's the thing. It's scary when WWE owns a lot of these apps. Not owns a lot of these apps, but territory. has their territory in a lot of these apps now.
Actually,
It's scary. It's not a good thing, and it does tell you that the monopolize the WWE is going to happen eventually. What do you think about this at all? You know, like, do you think it's going to be positive for them? You think it might be an issue? Yeah, so sorry about that, technical difficulties. Overall, positive or negative issue
I
three?
think it's good. And if I was Tony Khan, I start looking instead of to stop trying to partner with somebody and do what WWE did. Get your own app, get your own streaming platform.
Well, yeah, basically sign a contract, try to maybe get an extension with HBO. You know, what's going to happen with HBO, by the way, with that merger? You heard anything? Are they going to merge with, like, another app?
That I'm aware of. No, everything's coming to Netflix. Everything. So, like the
Harry Potter. Even HBO?
HBO, yeah, because HBO was supposed to do a little episode per episode of Harry Potter. That's coming to Netflix. Welcome to Derry is coming to Netflix. Anything that HBO Max had in the works is coming to Netflix. Everything is coming to Netflix.
So this is a scary negative for Tony Khan.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't see it like for him to partner anymore is the right idea. Stream your own app. Do what WWE did. You don't have a choice anymore. You're literally between a rock and a hard place. Stream your own app. Start doing AEW Network, whatever you want to call it, AEW TV, whatever, Sickle TV, Sickle Live, whatever you want to call it. But dude, do something for your company to keep it alive. Exactly. The faster you're going to partner with somebody else, the faster you're going to sink it, the faster you're going to die itself.
Okay.
So if I was him, start looking at, because you don't have a lot of time. Dude. 2 years is going to come whether you like it or not. 3 years is going to come whether you like it or not. And if you're not prepared, you're saying goodbye to your company.
See, here's one thing. If I don't know, Tony's calling a bluff, but then again, he is a billionaire. He does say, I think one time they asked him in the media scrum, they asked him, look, are you worried about all these other apps that WWE is getting their territory in? And also them taking you out from TV and all this stuff and competing with you and, trying to, counter program. And Tony Khan just said, no, I have a lot of friends, good friends, in a lot of high places. So if I need a favor, I could just ask and they'll help me out. So he's really not that worried because I feel like he does have some friends out there. They're all billionaires.
Of course. I mean,
yeah.
The Khans are filthy rich, so they have friends at high places.
Well, Tony's a billionaire. But his brother, his father is a fucking lot of money. So
again, Ryan even said the same thing. He's playing with daddy's money. The AEW is funded by Shakir Khan.
Yeah, because they says
I'm sponsored by HBO on my GOT content, Game of Thrones content. I will look into the news tab on my press page, log in, and I'll let y'all know. Please let us know, honestly.
Yeah, that'll be good. Thank you very much.
But so far, again, what I've been seeing, everything that I've been seeing is that everything's going to come to Netflix. That's what I've been seeing nonstop. That's one. Two, honestly, though, here's where I'm coming from. Again, if I'm Tony Khan, start pocketing your own money because you already have cheap tickets. You already have a lot of events. You're fighting WWE in the price market, and you can actually catapult this in a way that would actually make you bigger because you're not cutting revenue with anybody anymore. You're not just everything is AEW. If you want to have a small TV deal with CW, with one of those local networks to really get your name out there, go ahead and do it. But if I was Tony Khan within the next 2 to 3 years, I'm looking to start setting up AEW TV for content, for libraries, for everything.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting in the next couple of years to see it played out. I mean, this whole monopolize of
I couldn't even see them going to Paramount Plus. I'll tell you that. If they want to do something, they're probably going to Paramount Plus. I see that happening.
Yeah, because isn't Paramount Plus competing with Netflix right now?
They're 100%. That's why they just got the UFC. They had UFC for 7 years.
See, like at this point, it's getting scary. Hell, even like for us just streaming, just regular content, not even wrestling. It's getting scary that all these apps are trying to monopolize the game. It could be a good thing, but it also could be a really bad thing because in the end of the day, it's a good thing that we get all these shows and all these movies in one app. But it comes with the price because when they buy these companies and they merge them together, that doesn't mean they're going to charge you, I don't know, the basic fee. They're going to charge you more and they're going to raise the prices slowly but surely. Then eventually you're basically paying for cable. All this stuff that was supposed to be cheap, you're paying for cable. And that's a scary market. that's going to happen in another few more years.
I give it 2.
Yeah,
I don't give it a few. I give it 2.
yeah. Eventually, Netflix itself, the service is going to double up because that WWE deal that they made it ain't cheap, and they raise up the price slowly, but it's going up.
Look,
Notice
I'll
it's
tell
always
you
going
something,
up.
dude. I got this when I signed up with ESPN when they came over for Miha. I did it, and when I did it, that Disney Plus went from 21.99 to 38, and then eventually they're gonna go to 44,
Yeah.
and that's the basic one.
Okay.
That's not. I don't think I got the high. I don't think I got the highest one. I got probably the cheapest one. And yeah, dude, there was like I was like, damn, dude, literally double price
It's
for all
expensive.
3. I'm like, you know what? I could see it. But I'm like, you know what? I could see you went for $14 from just the one app, so it makes sense.
It's ridiculous. But
It
look,
is on, but we got 2 more comments. We got 1 more comment. If I was Tony Khan, I signed Karrion Cross and make him a main guy for solid 2 years. I will bring WWE fans over and watch Karrion.
yeah, I would like to see Karrion Cross make it back, especially if he's on TV. Hell, he doesn't even have to be in WWE. I feel like AEW is a good fit for him.
It is.
The only issue is with Don Callis being there, having issues with Scarlett, but you know, eventually I would like to see him back in any capacity. At least he's finding good work in the indies. He's going to make good money out there. I hope he does well. I really do. I hope he comes by around locally out here so we can see him live.
That'd be
But
awesome.
I don't know, man. I wish him more the best because he's really one of the best guys right now in the promo mics.
Yes.
Best guys on the internet. So well, hopefully the future does well for Karrion Cross. But look, guys, it's been great chattering with you guys today. But we must leave. But you remember, tune in till next time because we're gonna be live.
We'll be live this Saturday, January 31st, watching the Royal Rumble, giving you play-by-play, your content, being commentators. We're going to have you guys back. Where are you guys at? We are in the state of Illinois, brothers. So basically, kind of by the Chicagoland area. So we're Central Time. Oh shoot, that's awesome, dude! Coming to America, absolutely. Come on over, brother. We'll take you out for like a nice pizza, a nice burger.
Drink.
That one too for him. Also, though, I just want to say we appreciate you guys. Honestly, like, subscribe, push on those notification bell so letting you guys know when we go live. We appreciate you guys, all the comments, the love, the appreciation. We appreciate you guys so much for interacting with us. It means a lot to us. We look forward to talking with you guys Saturday. We look forward to streaming with you guys Saturday. Thank you, Wyatt, for the comment. Great stream, guys. We appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Peace.
Dig it.